People that have milked cows and take care of cows with great animal husbandry and dealt with every cow and treated them as if it's a family member. The decision to disperse the herd is not an easy one. It's been their passion, their lifetime of taking care of milk cows. Tom and Luann have raised their 4 sons in the dairy industry with pride and optimism. They've been good stewards of the land and good stewards of the business and promoted dairy cattle every day of the year. A sale like this is not offered very often, so please keep that in mind. Regardless of what we can talk about at the times in the dairy industry, a time today of buying good cows. I spent the last 4 days here with the Troxels. There's a half a dozen cows that aren't going to be offered today because they aren't 100%. They want every cow to be 100% for you. We're going to tell you everything we know about these cows. If you have any questions, you can ask the ringman in front of you. You can ask the people. Stop us. We're here to help you out. We have about 220 animals to sell to you today, some embryos and so forth, so we'd like to give you all the information you need to have, but don't be afraid to stop us or ask us. Without further ado, I'd like to take the opportunity to introduce you to some of the nicest people I ever met. Sat down at their kitchen table back in January on a cold, cold day. Tom, Luann, Rudy, and family, please come on in the ring and make yourself familiar with the crowd that's come here to meet you today.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that welcome to our sale. It reminds me of when I went into Troxel barns as a veterinarian, and all the cows would stand up and they would defecate, and I thought, well, that's a standing defecation. We thank you for the old T-shirt. We're this farm started with my mom and dad back in 1948 or 49, and there are eight of us children that grew up on this farm, and then Luann and I got married in 83, I mean. Gotta get that right. Kind of important detail. But and we've had 4 boys that we've raised, and they're here with us. The oldest is Rudy. He's married to Rosario, and they have 4 grandchildren, 4 kids, which are our grandchildren: Nathan, Mariana, Olivia, and Nolan. Our second oldest is Ned, and he and Alyssa, our daughter-in-law, married a little over a year. And then Josh is our 3rd son, and Chelsea, his wife, and Declan is their child. And Jackson and Paige are our trailer, not a trailer, but he's our youngest. And this is my wife, Luann, who really doesn't need to be introduced, but she came from a, well, let her tell you her story.
I'm not going to tell a story. We all really appreciate you coming. Forgive us if we're a little weepy. I was talking to somebody that didn't know very well, and all of a sudden we start crying. I don't know why. It's funny how this is such a mixed bag for us. It is the right time for us to exit the dairy industry. But this is something we've done for a long time. I wasn't raised on a farm, but this crazy guy with a great smile right next to me changed that. But it's been a real blessing to raise a family on the farm, and I know many of you know that already. There's a lot of places, wonderful places to raise a family, but this has been good for us. We just thank you for coming. I want to point out 3 very special people over here. Skylar, Hannah, Lois, raise your hands. I don't know if Mo is here. We got several other people here that have worked here a long time. Those girls are very sad today too, because these cows mean a lot to them. They've worked for us. They've just been a wonderful part of our team. And Dale Thomas, I don't know where Dale Thomas is, but if you see him, he is just a saint. He's still going to work for us moving forward, but we have had wonderful people help us do what we do. We do not do it all ourselves. We just have great people that help us. Wanted to say something really quickly about something that we feel strongly about, Tom and I. We like to give back, and I know all of you do too. Our church family has just been wonderful about preparing some really delicious food out there, and it is free and open for you to take and help yourself. If you choose, we would suggest, if you wanted to throw a little bit of money into the can there for the Haiti Dairy Program. Some of you may know Les Cave, who started Cave Sales. He and his wife, Christine, and their daughter, Lana, live in Haiti right now, and they are helping getting our Harvest Call Haiti Dairy Program moving forward, where it will soon provide a viable dairy processing opportunity for Haitian farmers. They really weren't anticipating Hurricane Matthew to come in and provide all this recent devastation. So there's a real reason right now where we have a heart for this program. And if you would want to throw in a little money to the kitty there, that's where it's going to go. If you want a tax-deductible receipt, there is an envelope there, and we will mail you a receipt. The instructions are all in there if you're interested. There's no obligation. The food is free. Thank you for coming, and I think we're going to be ready to go. Rudy, anything you want to say? Rudy is just a big part of the genetics around here. He's pretty much turned this farm upside down when he came with his nutty chicken genetics and turned them to our cows.
Well, I guess all I want to say is that we have cows that work hard for us, and we've striven to develop a good commercial cow that's sound, good feet and legs, good udders, you know. But overall, we want a cow that's going to breed back, that's going to make milk with good components and work hard, and that's what we hope, and we know our cows are going to go and do for you. So if you have any questions, I invite you to grab me and ask me anything you can. I know that's kind of, the time is kind of running out, but get a hold of me. I'd love to love to answer any of your questions. And again, we try to use bulls that make good commercial cows. You'll find some nice, more show type animals here, but overall what we're looking for is the commercial cow that's going to come back lactation after lactation and do exactly the same thing, make you money. So that's what we're shooting for. That's our goal, and I think we're getting closer. So turn it over to Scott and Merv and Larry and Dan.
Well, we want to thank everyone who helped get this together, and Scott and his team, and the fitters and the washers yesterday. And I went to milk the cows last night, or the night before last, after they were all cleaned up, and I couldn't tell who they were. They were so good.
I assure you they're the same cows that they got their Sunday clothes on now, so be it.